Hello internets, I'm HamsterBomb, and oh god, it's been a while since I've been able to record. I'm HamsterBomb, and you guys are back for a big video that I have been meaning to make for you guys for a very long time now. So there's a lot of talk and videos that are going around about the shiny Manaphy video of mine that came out like 2 years now. And there's a reason that I've been holding off on really commenting on that, because of it's a really long story, and I wanted to make sure that I had the chance to sit down with you guys and explain everything about that. So I want to clear everything up, and also before I get too far into it, I'm okay. I just like slash myself up when I'm trying to shave because I'm a very furry guy, and then on top of that I'm too busy and I never really get a chance to shave, and when I do I cut my own skin up. So I didn't hurt myself. I'm okay. It's just this happens all the time, but I literally just save. I just want to make sure the comments weren't all like, you know, why is Alex bleeding so much? No, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Just I want to make sure that instead I get to focus on just telling you guys the story, explain what's going on, because I know there's a lot of people who are out there like, you know, defending the legitimacy of this video, and others who were like, how could you? You're such a terrible person, and you fake this video. So like, okay, hold on. I'm just going to explain the whole situation. By the end of this video, I'm probably going to open up like some polls for you guys to figure out like what you want me to do at certain points for certain things and questions. I'm going to bring it all up later, so make sure you hear me out to the end if you are like, you know, if it's just really bothers you. Regardless, I wanted to start by just going back in time, back to when this video was coming out, which was around the end of Pokemon Heart Gold Q Charm. So that series was kind of wrapping up, and what was going down was behind the scenes. Of course, I'm resetting my own game, and I did finally get it ready. I luckily got Pokemon Platinum Q Charm working way faster than the Heart Gold one. I even mentioned that in the start of that series. So I was like really excited. I got that one functioning, and obviously I'm still playing Heart Gold Q Charm for the channel. So I was like working on that, got the thing ready, and there was a lot of other stuff that I had to get like ready and prepared for Platinum. I know there's like a lot of stuff that you guys don't know that I have to do behind the scenes to get series functioning, but there's a lot of it, and especially for something that's gonna have so many episodes to it, I wanted to make sure that I had it all done right. So anyway, in the interim of this time where, as you guys know, I actually make videos in advance, and especially with Q Charm, you guys get to see it because I do live streams, and then I edit them down, and then like maybe months later, you'll get the episode version of what we got to do live. So that was happening in this point in Heart Gold Q Charm. We were actually doing it together live. So it was kind of different and new for me. At the same time, I was doing a lot of different stuff, and I wanted to make sure that I got to spend it properly and transition this into the next series. But since I was working so far ahead, Platinum Q Charm I obviously had to do like while you're still seeing episodes of Heart Gold Q Charm. So even though like if you go back and look at the times, it would give you the impression that I don't know, maybe I was one step ahead or was behind on it, but you have to like subtract like 2 months or so with Q Charm to figure out what the times really were. So anyway, I'm trying to work ahead on this, and I get contacted by a fan who was like really excited, saying they played through Pokemon Ranger to get the code for the egg. If you guys are aware how that works, you get a code in Pokemon Ranger, and if you get, you know, your 2 DSs, you can basically put Ranger in one and Diamond Pearl Platinum whatever in another one, and literally you can transfer the Pokemon's egg, basically this Manaphy egg, over into one of those games and hatch it, and you can, that's like the only way to shiny hunt this thing, so it's insane. And they were really excited to send this in particular. They did say they wanted their game bag, which is kind of funny, but not haha funny, as we'll get into later. But they said they did want their game back, so I was like, oh, that's fine. No, thank you. That's like super cool, because I was really thinking, and they mentioned this too, that it's kind of cool that we would actually get to start with another shiny legendary if all goes well. And kind of like in Heart Gold Q Charm, I got to go for my shiny Mew, and I got shiny Mew. It took forever. The 1-2-1-2-1, I remember those. My 1-2-1-2-1 soft resets, finally got the Mew. and I was able to raise it like as like our legendary shiny icon in the Heart Gold series. So that's what this fan was thinking, and to protect them from everything that this story is going to get into later, I'm just going to call them Mike. Okay, so let's just say Mike is the name of this fan. So username and actual name, just lump it all together. Just say Mike, because I really don't want people. It'll be clear later. I'm not going to get into it. So anyway, they were really excited about sending in Ranger because they really wanted me to shiny hunt a Manaphy to start Pokemon Platinum Q-Charm. So I'm already thinking like, okay, just warning how hard that's going to be and how unlikely that is, but I'll try it for you. I will. I mean, they were so excited, and I can kind of tell from the way that they wrote that they were really young, Mike was. So I'm honestly going to guess somewhere between like 8 and 12. It's kind of hard to gauge that just from, like, all I know of you guys is just text on a screen, which is a real shame because you guys get to, like, see me, like, talk and act like a total idiot all the time, and I never really get to know you that well. So that's basically all I really knew of Mike for, I want to say, like, a couple weeks during the talk of sending in the game, because Mike was still playing the Ranger and getting it finished up to that point, give me updates. And eventually I get an email, and the email comes from Mike's parents, and they were concerned about what he was getting into, just basically making sure, like, their son wasn't sending emails to this weird guy on the internet who I guess he was, who is like trying to take advantage of him in some way, because he wanted to send his game in and they were concerned for him. So I was trying to explain. I said, no, he even wants the game back, and I'll send it back. He just wants to send me basically this code, and I get to play a game, and his Pokemon will get to be on my team, basically. And because they said that he sounded really excited about that, because I never understand this. People say that I'm their favorite YouTuber, and I'm like, I just enjoy doing this because it's some stupid hobby thing that I get to interact with all you guys for, and it means so much to me to hear that from some people. So I want to go out of my way and, like, do something nice, and I was, like, trying to explain to his parents and make sure that this could happen, because it meant a lot to Mike when I got to talk to him. And they respond to me and let me know about his, I was going to say, situation that he never told me about. Apparently, Mike was in the hospital, and that's why he was able to binge through so many episodes of Q-Charm in, like, such a short amount of time. I was even wondering about that, and I know that may be, like, a little much to even go into and wonder about, but sometimes I see the numbers, or, like, the quantity of comments I'll get from, like, one person, and they're all, like, going, episode 12, episode 13, and like, I'll scroll up, and all of a sudden, episode 46, and it's, like, a day. Like, how did you do that? But, so, I mean, that thought kind of crossed my mind, and I was like, oh, no. Because I found out, of course, they told me, Mike is in the hospital. And what was really, I want to say, I don't know how to put words to this, but I really admire Mike. I'm trying to remember the name that I gave him, because I want to make sure I don't slip up and use the real name. I really admire that he never told me that. He didn't go there and, like, try and use that as a crutch to get, I don't know, empathy from people, or, like, free, acknowledgement credits or anything like that. He even told me not to, like, say his name anywhere, which I'm still trying to honor. And, that's why I was like, okay, yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, some people are more embarrassed to have their name announced. Though when I do the subscriber shout-out stuff, it's just usernames, and nobody really cares about that. But this was something that, like, obviously, because of the emails, like, I knew his name, and he was specifically telling me, he was too nervous. He didn't really want to hear about that. And plus, because of the situation I was hearing about from what his parents were telling me, it would probably be the best that I not do that anyway. Plus, I could tell he was kind of young. Aside from the fact that his parents wanted to, email me and figure out the whole situation to begin with. So, anyway, everything goes, and honestly, like, before, if you guys are, I never really wanted to push them before I go on about, like, why he was there. I just knew he was there for something terminal. And by the way his parents spoke to me, it, like, I didn't want to ask, of course, because, I mean, that would just seem kind of rude. But I could kind of put together from what they were saying that this wasn't like an accident or something that landed him here. This was something that I'm assuming he was born with, something that they knew was coming, and they were kind of mentally prepared for it. There's not too much I could gather from, I don't know, probably 12 total emails that I've sent these people back and forth. But still, that's about where I was able to figure out where his situation was. So it was kind of depressing on that end. So anyway, through my explanations, and they were saying, like, oh, you seem like a nice guy. Clearly, you're not trying to, mess with his son. If you are, you're a terrible person. And they end up letting him. They didn't say that. I was kidding. They ended up letting him send the game in. And by this point, Platinum Q Charm needed to start getting recorded, like, pronto. And by that, I mean, like, in about a week. And I mean, obviously, I could have put it back. And I was considering doing that because I really wanted to do this for Mike. And at this point, I was getting kind of nervous because obviously with Platinum Q Charm coming up, I get another message from his parents letting me know, because at this point the game was still being shipped, and they were letting me know that the game basically was in the mail, going to the P.O. box. And in addition to that, they were telling me that Mike only had like a couple months left according to the doctors. So I was like, oh God. All right. This is I could already see this situation is just gonna get really sad and depressing if I screw this kid. His game he's sent to me. He's got so many high hopes. He's so excited, and I screw it up. Or even worse, say, what was the most likely solution to this? I can't do it in time. There's just no way. And then without their son, I return their game anyway, and then the parents are just left with this depressing, like, artifact of what their son wanted and didn't get. So I was like, oh God, there's no good way out of this. So anyway, at the very least, once the game did get in, I did get to tell him that I was starting to work on hunting it, and he was so excited. I was getting emails from the parents actually telling me how excited he was, and they were like, they said they were even getting tired of hearing about it, seeing like him like watching videos. He had like his own way to, I don't know if it was like a TV in the room or like a laptop or something, but they let him watch YouTube in his hospital room, and like he was driving his parents crazy with it. So they were letting me know that he was like so excited about this, which I was like, no, it makes me feel so much. I feel so good, except at the same time I'm knowing this is not going to go well, and I feel so bad about this. So I realized once the game's here, I start digging through my 4th gen games to figure out how I'm going to pull this off, how am I going to hunt this. And I only have 3 games. I have, for 4th gen, I have my Q-Charm, my recently Q-Charmed Pokemon Platinum, which is obviously not being reset again, because it took me weeks to get the correct numbers. My obviously not being reset working Pokemon Heart Gold Q-Charm, which I was still making episodes for. And then my sister's Soul Silver game, which had I not started at that point, I'm not sure if I gotta go back and check if I did this before or after, but I was going for the legendary Kanto Birds in her game, and I think I just either got Zapdos or Moltres. I think I had Moltres, I was going for Zapdos in that time. I don't remember exactly where it was, but that one was set up for hunting the birds, and if you guys have played those games, it takes forever to get to that point. So I was like, I really can't, because those are the last 2 hunts I needed to do in that game. I was like, I should not reset this. For one, it's my sister's game, and she actually kind of wanted it back when I was done. Or, and she just said, all right, fine, I don't really care about those 2 Pokemon. You can shiny hunt them or whatever you want. So I was like, great. I just realized I have only 3 games I can hunt this thing in, and none of them can actually reset, because the way this works, once the code is sent over to the other game, you basically have to go to the Pokemart and accept the egg from this dude who just works there or something like that. You know, like events in modern games. It's kind of like that. The problem is, as soon as you take it, the step counter is going. And Manaphy's only got like 2,700 steps or so, and that thing cracks open. So basically, you run to the Pokemon Center, and you trade it to another game. Well, you save, and you can try and hatch it in that game. Once you run to the Pokemon Center, save, then run out, try and hatch it, not shiny Manaphy. You trade it to another game, as it's an egg, because you reset back to when you walk to the Pokemon Center, trade it to another game, and then in that other game, because the shininess of that Manaphy is determined based on the trainer ID and secret ID, and it pretty much, you trade it from one to another, and you try and have like at least 2 games, so you can reset one, trade it to another, reset the other one as you're playing up to the point where you can even trade and hatch the Manaphy. Nope, didn't shine, send it to the other one, do the same thing. And every single time you do this, one more step, at least, I think one more step, it might be 2, is taken, because I know you take 1 step out of the trading center and 1 back up, but you might be able to turn around without a step. I don't remember how it worked. But regardless, the step counter inevitably goes down, and you can fail this hunt, where you basically run out of steps, you tried as many as you could, and you just can't get it. So all of this, I'm looking into it like, God, I am so screwed. I don't know what I'm supposed to do for this. So with absolutely no time left for the upcoming series for Platinum, and the depressing no time left for Mike, I decided, I was like, okay, I feel like the only way to give this kid, this terminally ill kid, any justice, or like, I don't know, like conclusion, catharsis for this, I don't even know, because I heard from his parents how much this meant to them, I'm sorry, so I thought, I'm gonna try doing something I've never done before, just for him. And at that point, what I first did is I filmed checking the egg in my 3 games, and of course, it didn't shine. So I'm great. What I'm gonna have to try and do then, for Mike's sake, is I would rather thrill this kid and take the heat from all the haters and trolls out there for everyone who's gonna complain about the video in the future, then let him down. I would rather deal with all of that hate and crap that I'm sure I'm inevitably going to get anyway from a video like this, and regardless of the situation, then upset this kid as he's dying and give him nothing. So I thought, you know what? It's just a dumb video. I'm just going to figure out how to do it. I don't care what happens to me later. I know I'm going to get crap for it. I just want to make this kid happy. So I started researching, and I'm no good at this, how to like modify the egg itself to where it could actually shine on one of the games I couldn't touch. So that didn't really go over so well. I actually needed some help from a friend of mine who's actually in that video, Matt. The action replay that I used to actually make your guys' Q-Charm games, which, by the way, those are, like, the only codes in it. I could even pull it up. I was even thinking about pulling it up just to, like, show you guys go through it. Like, that's it. I just have a code on every single one called CC, and that's it. Except for Platinum, where I had to, like, try and figure out how to do this, because this was, like, so unusual. Trying to take an existing egg and, like, modify it to where it would shine on one. But basically, that's what I tried to do. And I researched, obviously, how to get this done so I could make the video that hopefully would, at the very least, fool Mike and everyone else seeing it, so I could at least get the reaction from him, so he could at least feel like he did get to contribute, we did get to have the shiny Manaphy, it did get to be the mascot he wanted for the series, and he got to make his contribution that he wanted to do. And inevitably, I knew I was, like, digging my own grave for it, but I thought, like I said before, I hope, I don't know what you guys would have done in that situation, but I thought, at this moment, I feel like this is the right thing to do for him. And, still think I stand by that. We're going to get back to that later, but I want to make sure that we keep going with the story because there's more to this. So I make that video and I upload it, and I did get an email back from Mike as well as from his parents. At this point, Mike didn't really comment in videos anymore. Maybe it's because I was sending emails, so he started like sending emails instead, which I appreciated because it kind of helped me anyway. Because I'm always nervous when I'm talking to somebody on here, and somebody like replies to a comment I make, and I like never see those. So I was always nervous. I was like, one of these comments is going to be the last one, and I still don't even know. God, that's depressing. I know one of those comments is going to be the last one, and I want to make sure I get to respond to him in time, or I get to speak with him if something important happens. I want to be able to talk to him. So I'm kind of grateful that he started using email instead. I didn't ask him to do that. He just started doing it, as well as his parents. And Mike was like so excited. He was so ecstatic. It made me really feel good for, doing, I don't know, lying to him, but still. His parents were so excited too. They were so happy that seeing their son, who was, I can't even imagine being in this position. Seeing your own son dying so young in the hospital, any little thing that makes him completely change and be so happy and excited to see something, be excited about the future, which was the depressing part for me. I was like, he's so excited about where this is going to go, and he's not going to be able to see it. He actually did get to see the first, I can't remember exactly how many because he was emailing me, so can't really tell, but he did get to see the first several episodes, at least, for sure, of Platinum Q-Charm. So he did get to see Manaphy on the team. So that was really good. So he was telling me, and his parents were telling me about how excited they were because of, like, and once again, they were going back saying, like, how excited he kept telling them of how he got to, like, contribute something so spectacular to his favorite YouTuber, which, most people, had that happen to them, they would have been all over saying, like, oh, that was me, this is my name, oh, I did this, I sent that to him, trying to get the praise for it. Most people do that, and, honestly, I kind of get sick when people do that. I'm like, guys, really? It was such an innocent, nice thing to do, and you had to go and ruin it. But he never did that. Like I said, he just, like, kind of moved over to emails at that point, and he didn't even really change his mind about, like, wanting to have his name out there. Because I even said, like, hey, I want to be able to thank you. Is there some way that I can, like, thank people? And you can go back and watch the beginning of Pokemon Platinum Q-Charm. It's kind of like an anonymous thing. I tried to leave it ambiguous, but I wanted to thank him somehow. Because he still sent his game, and, I had to, of course, I still sent his game back. And I'm pretty sure, it's been a while, I'm pretty sure that, he was still there when, he got his game back, so it didn't have that situation with just the parents getting it. Because I did try to send back, like, right away. And regardless, hunt or not, you only need the game to send the code one time, and then I don't really need Ranger anymore. So, anyway, luckily, the comments that were basically pointing out how bad of a hack job I did on that thing came so much later, because I was so nervous. I was like, okay, I don't know how long this needs to last, but I would say, since they told me a couple months, I was like, okay, this has to last at least a couple months, or until I don't get messages anymore. I don't hear from anything anymore. So I just kind of, like, crossed my fingers, and luckily, the comments pointing out how bad of a job I did on that took so long that, by this point, I have, obviously, at this point, I have not gotten any messages back from him. And I don't know exactly when it is that he passed, but it's been about a year and a half since the Manaphy video anyway, so there's really no chance anymore. Which, to me, was just, like, so depressing enough. I didn't even want to, like, bother in, like, making a video like this. I was half considering just getting rid of the Manaphy video, but that doesn't solve the problem. Because I made it for him, and I knew this was gonna come later, and this is just me trying to dodge the the obvious criticism and hate that I mentioned earlier. I said I knew it was gonna come for me, but I did it because I was trying to make somebody's day, and I mean, luckily I got to do more than that for him, but that's really all I got to hear. So, I mean, I guess on that end, I'm really thankful that those, videos that people made, I haven't even watched any of them yet because it's just going to be, I don't know. People are just going to be making asses of themselves because they don't know what the whole situation was. But to be fair, they didn't have all the information. So I'm not obviously judging those people on that. That's why I didn't bother. I was like, it's just going to put more pressure on me to work on this video, and I'd rather just be straight honest and get to talk with you guys about the whole story. So anyway, since the messages and people who were pointing out about the Manaphy fake thing was like starting to pile up, very few though. The video, I was surprised. Most people were like still having total faith in me. It's probably because of all of the other shiny hunt stuff that I do, and literally none of it even touches. Like, okay, I was going to say touches an action replay, but ironically, I needed that to make your guys' Q-Charm games, so that doesn't count. But literally everything else. I do so many live things where clearly I'm too unlucky to be someone who was cheating anyway. So, regardless, at that point, I wanted to keep making more of, my normal shiny hunt stuff because why it was not going to change anything. But it's been a long time since I've heard from them. Obviously the parents have no reason to send a message to me at this point, and I really don't want to be that guy to send the email to them. Cause I mean, we all know what happened, and, it's really sad, but, at the very least, I take comfort knowing that Mike didn't know. And he got to contribute something for this. And he didn't have a lot of time. There was no other way, I think, that we could have done this. And I think it really brought him a lot of happiness for the time that he did have left. So now I'm at this odd point where obviously it's just a video sitting on there. And now the hacker hater people are all showing up. And I'm not really sure what to do. Because honestly, I forgot about the video. Jeez. There's certain points, there's things in your life that you just like try and shelve it. I just try to forget about it. And suddenly like the comments are coming back up about it all of a sudden. I don't know why, if like the video was going somewhere. Which by the way, don't even try and get anywhere about how much money it made. Oh, it's so much. That video, I checked. I was curious. So far, to date, has made $2.43. Oh yeah, I'm swimming in the money. That's not the point. It would be weird if there were no ads on that video. So, anyway, I haven't heard from, obviously, Mike or his parents in about a year's time, and just kind of forgot about the video. And the Pokemon, the Manaphy, if you notice in the series, Q-Charm, I felt kind of weird about that Manaphy. There was a point in the series, and you can tell when this happens, because it's when I kind of know Mike's gone. I kind of stopped using the Manaphy. And I, like, I feel bad. Like, I want to be able to move past this, because I'm pretty sure it's over. And I was like, okay, I don't know what to do, because then I was in a weird situation, and that kind of went on for a long time, and I kind of did, honestly, forget about the Manaphy for a long time. It's just every time I catch new stuff and go in the box, I'm like, oh, yeah, Mike, it's just so sad. So, anyway, now that it's for sure all over, I just wanted to let you guys know what happened. I mean, at this point, obviously, there's no harm in letting you guys know the truth of, like, why I would have done something like that, because I have no reason to, like, I enjoy hunting shiny Pokemon, clearly. Why would I, for one, I made series where I literally just put myself through my own hell just to hunt stuff, and the actual Pokemon in the end just gets boxed and given away to you guys for free. There's no reason I would, like, if anything, I actually would have been all over the hunt itself. It's just the time constraint with Mike and the game, and I explained it already. I'm sorry. I know I'm going in circles, but it's just so... it's hard to explain because, like, I feel like the way I've explained the story, living through it is so different because, like I mentioned before, I only know so much from you guys from the text that you guys get to send me. And I had a series before called Here For You, which I kind of want to be able to bring back, where I get to talk with you guys about issues going on at home. It's more of like, I'm no psychologist, but at least I get to talk to somebody. You know, you get to sit down with a friend and just chat. And there's so many powerful moments in that, and it's sort of like that and how that worked with Mike. And it was such a sore spot that I just didn't want to touch it, and I didn't even want to make this video for a long time just because bringing it up just upsets me. So I mean, at this rate, I kind of feel glad that it's ending. And at this point, I want to know where to move on from here, and I think the best way to do that is to let you guys decide, because this is up to you. This is, I say this all the time, this is your channel, and if you don't want it there, tell me, I'll get rid of it. It really doesn't bother me. I just want to know what you guys want me to do. So the big thing that I want to know first, before we get into that, is, like, did I do the right thing? Like, because that always bothers me. Like, did I make the right decision in doing that for Mike? Because it reminds me of this other video I did of a real life story that I did with, like, a whiteboard thing. I'll link to it in the description here. It's called Late Night Framing, I think. When I was working in a frame shop, and basically I was put in this situation where I would get a ton of crap for doing something for someone else, but it's going to mean so much for somebody who is in a situation where they're not going to be around much longer. It's kind of weird now that I think about it. There was, like, two situations, but they were totally different if you just check that video out. But even though for what I did in the story of Late Night Framing, I didn't even mention it in that video, I got fired for doing that. And I knew I was going to get a ton of, problems coming in from all angles for my decisions. But I still kind of stand by what I did. And I want to make sure that, you guys understand where I'm coming from here. I know, of course, I'm probably going to get, hit with tons of comments from people who are like, of course I knew, and he's such a terrible person. I'm unsubscribing because he's an awful person. I hate you. And, I mean, whatever. You do you. I don't care. But the thing is, this still emotionally bothers me because there was, just like in that story, there was no closure for me. I never really knew if, in that story, if the person made it on time, or in this situation, if Mike, fortunately, he just never knew. And I think it's safe to say, based on, because I could kind of tell when comments were appearing, because it was honestly so late, I totally forgotten about the Manaphy video, and then, like, a few videos were coming up. I was like, oh my gosh, that. They're like, great, this better not be a thing. And, of course, there are more coming up, and people are making videos, and I was thinking, okay, well, I'm just going to let you guys know. I want you to make your own decision, decide whether I made the right call or not. In terms of Mike, obviously, I wanted to let you guys know. I mean, from here, had I just, like, gotten rid of the video, it would have just been, like, super shady or something, but I just wanted to tell you guys. Now, I know this is a super long video, and I'm really sorry about that, but one more thing. I want to know what you guys want me to do. One, with the Manaphy video itself. What I was planning to do at this point was take a link to this video and put it, like, right, like, the first comment pinned, let people know, watch this, put it in the description even, and maybe have, like, something like see description in the title too. Just to make sure that, people get to it. Or, like, get rid of the comments together and make sure it's just in the description to make sure the people see it. Or if you want me to just, like, get rid of it altogether. I mean, I kind of feel bad about doing that because, to be fair, now, I mean, what Mike wanted was for this Pokemon to leave an imprint on the series that he loved so much. And Manaphy's there. Manaphy's through it. And I feel like hiding that is destroying what I tried to do for him. And it's like shoving his memory under the rug or something. I feel kind of weird about doing it. And that's why I'm not really sure what to do. And then obviously with the Pokemon itself, if there's like tons of you guys out there who are like, oh, it's just such a horrible person, I didn't even listen to a damn word you said, and just like commented and like, you know, said a bunch of nasty things about me because I touched the action replay and my fingers singed and I put it in the game anyway and made a fake Pokemon video. And, you know, therefore I'm going to hell and I should delete the Pokemon, set the game on fire, I don't know. So I just want to know, because to me, the reason that I kind of felt bad about even leveling up Manaphy anymore was because, to me, that Pokemon was never, how do I explain this? I admire Pokemon because of the struggle of the hunt or the capture itself. And that's my memory with them. That's how I associate, and that's how much I care about them. Like the struggle to get my shiny Mew, and like the pain that went into getting my shiny Ho-Oh. Those are why they're the most important shinies to me, and why I care so much. It's the story behind them. And this Pokemon has like so much story packed into it, and I feel so bad because like I couldn't tell you for so long. To be fair, I probably could have told you like a few months back, but I honestly, like I said, to be fair, I kind of forgot about it, and then comments started coming in videos and stuff of people complaining and saying that the video's fake, and I was like, I should make this. So it's because of the story and because of the memory of it that's what makes it so important to me. And Manaphy is such a different one because the hunt itself, I feel horrible about. Like I really feel like disgusting and dirty. Like I lied to you, which I did. I'm sorry. I did. I didn't mean to. I did this for Mike. But at the same time, the story, Mike is this Pokemon to me. They're like this is what's left, because like his whole, what he wanted was for this Pokemon to be the icon, to carry us through Platinum Q-Charm. So I really don't know what to do. That's why I kind of felt very conflicted about like, should I be leveling it up? Should it stay on the team? Because I knew inevitably I was going to tell you guys about this, but I didn't know how that's going to affect, you know, Platinum Q-Charm. I didn't want to put a stain on it, you know, obviously. I want this to be something that really means a lot still. It means a lot to me. I don't know what it means to you. I mean, like I said, you know, someone could, you know, sit there and tell you all about, you know, what happened when they lost their father or something like that. And I've had actually many people in the comments tell me, you know, really depressing stories like that. And I think it just kind of shows what kind of person you are, of how you react to that, how you handle that information. Because to me, and obviously this, I don't even know how to relate this. I don't want to relate that to like someone else's struggles, but still, it's hard, and I don't really know what to do, like I said, with that video, with the Pokemon itself, because if it's up to me, my decision right now, all cards on the table, I told you what I kind of want to do with the video, just to kind of alert people, bring them to this one, let them know the full story behind it, because the video itself is an artifact of what he wanted. And I mean, I fooled enough people long enough, which I can't believe I did, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I can't believe that for how many things, I'm sure, I didn't even see the videos. I'm sure there's so many telltale signs of how bad it was in there. But the Pokemon itself, that's the one that I really am not sure about what to do with, and I want to make sure that I brought it up and ask you guys, because this is your series, this is your game, and they're going to be all your Pokemon when I end up trading them all away, too. And I think, most importantly, the reason I'm so bothered by this is I want to make sure that you guys think that I made the right decision. Because if, you know, it's like a unanimous, everyone's like, no, why would you do that? You should have never cheated under any circumstances. Even if the kid sends you his game and you know he's dying and doesn't have much time left and your new series is starting and you know you had to... It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that are like that who are like, I mean, but it's just a game, you know? We play them to have fun, and the thing is, I knew if I can do this, it's gonna hurt me, and it's gonna mean the world to him. That's why I did it. So, anyway, that's basically it. I know it's a massive video, and I'm really sorry that it's basically just me rambling the entire time. And I really hope that you guys got to be able to go through the entire thing. And I'm sorry, it's so huge. But that's the whole story, and I want to wrap this up because I'm really sorry about taking so much of your time today. But that's basically the situation with the Manaphy. I wanted to make sure that I cleaned this up, so thank you so much if you went through this entire thing. To fully understand the situation. I want to hear your honest opinion of where we should go in the comments below. I will take everything into consideration. I want to figure out what you guys think is the best route. But regardless, I feel a little better, you know, just getting to know that I finally got to tell you guys. But at the same time, it's just never nice inside bringing that stuff up. You know, you feel like crap. So anyway, I want to get back to filming something fun, even though I don't know if I have the energy to do it today. I'm going to try. Regardless, I'm going to see you guys there when we do get around to it. So I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like the videos and subscribe for more. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!